ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ The topic of discussion today is what is the intent behind our giving, our seva and our prayer. I repeat, what is the intent behind our giving, our seva and our prayer? For most people, these activities are driven by some worldly intention or desire. Let's move on. When we see someone donating something, we say, this person is such a giver. We look at him and say, he must be a very compassionate person, a very contented person. He too thinks of himself as a giver and as a compassionate person. Now, only Guru knows the truth. Guru says, watch closely. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj tells us, Satya man santokh upjai dena keh vichar de de mangah sehsa guna sob kare sansar. He says, for a virtuous person, the thought of giving brings him peace and contentment. He gives and gives, but there is a catch. He gives and gives, but asks 1,000 folds in return and hopes that the world will honor him for his giving. It is like calling a person who feeds a cow a giver or a compassionate person. Now, why do you think somebody feeds a cow? He does it for a reason. He feeds a cow so it can give him milk. He gives the cow some hay but is asking 1,000 folds in return. In the old Granths, even planting a seed is considered giving. Man gives a seed to the soil, but even in this giving, there is a desire. He is giving a few seeds to the soil, but is hoping to receive in return 1,000 folds more. Another example is giving fertilizer to the soil, done in the name of making the soil more fertile, but with the intent to take more from the soil. Just like that, Guru Nanak says, De de mangah sehsa guna, sob kare sansar. They give and give, but ask 1,000 folds more and hope that the world will honor them. Let's move on. Even our seva, our prayer is driven by a desire. Let me tell you a story. It is a fiction from old books, but it helps us understand our mindset. One day, Bhagwan and Lakshmi were talking, and Bhagwan said to Lakshmi, Lakshmi, look at how much my Bhagats love me. Day and night, loads of people come to the mandir to see me. Lakshmi said, Bhagwan ji, you are mistaken. People come to the mandir because they love me, not you. She said, people come to the mandir. They call out your name, but they ask for me. They call out for you because of me. Bhagwan said, that is not possible. I don't believe you. Just then, a Seth walked into the mandir. This Seth visited the mandir every day. He did daily puja without fail. He lighted oil lamps in the mandir every day. Bhagwan said, look, he's my Bhagat. Lakshmi said, no, Bhagwan ji, he's my Bhagat. Bhagwan said, no, he's my Bhagat. So Lakshmi said, all right then, let's test it out. They both agreed to go to the Seth's house at different times to see what happens. The story goes, one morning, Bhagwan showed up in the Seth's house. The Seth was very happy. He invited Bhagwan to the house with a lot of respect and love. He asked Bhagwan to stay the night in his house. Bhagwan replied, sure I will, but there is a condition. I will only leave at my will. I will decide when I want to leave. The Seth agreed. He laid out a very nice, beautiful mattress for Bhagwan and invited Bhagwan to rest. After a short while, Lakshmi showed up at his house too. She rode a beautiful golden chariot with a beautiful golden canopy overhead, with beautiful horses pulling the chariot. The Seth was still with Bhagwan, making him comfortable. Bhagwan had asked for some water to drink. The Seth was on his way to fetch some water when he heard a knock on the door. He opened the door. He saw a man majestically dressed standing in front of him. He asked the man, "Who are you?" And in response, the man replied, "I am Lakshmi's horseman. Lakshmi is in a chariot and she wants to see you." When he looked out, he saw this beautiful golden chariot in front of his house. The Seth was so excited, he forgot that he was in the midst of fetching water for Bhagwanji. He went out running in total awe towards the chariot. He folded his hands and greeted Lakshmi. He expressed his joy to see Lakshmi and asked her if he could serve her with something. Lakshmi nodded her head and said, "Can I have some water to drink?" The Seth ran in quickly, brought a container of water and extended it to Lakshmi. Lakshmi said, "Wait, I only drink water in gold containers." She took a gold container from the chariot, gave it to the Seth and said, "Put the water in here." Lakshmi drank the water, and after drinking the water, she threw away the golden container. The Seth was surprised and asked, "Why did you throw the gold container away?" Lakshmi said, "I only eat and drink in gold containers and only use them once. I throw them after use." The Seth got very excited. In his mind, he thought, if I can convince her to stay in my house, it will be lovely. Imagine the gold containers and plates that I could collect after each meal. And even if she stays for one night, there will be enough gold. With folded hands, he said, "Lakshmi, I am so lucky to have done your darshan, but I would consider myself very blessed if you stay in my house." Lakshmi agreed. She said, "All the containers I used to drink and eat will be yours. But there's a condition." She said, "I will stay in the room of my choice." The Seth agreed, and he invited her into his house and showed her the rooms. She said no to each room he showed and finally came to the room where Bhagwan was. She said, "I like this room and this is where I want to stay." The Seth said, "But Bhagwan is already staying here." She said, "Look here, Seth. If you want me to stay here, then this is the room I want to be in. Otherwise, I will leave and go elsewhere." He said, "Wait, Lakshmi-ji. Wait, Lakshmi-ji." He took Bhagwan's belonging and put them outside the room and said, "Come, Lakshmi, this is your room." Lakshmi, with a smile on her face, looked at Bhagwan and said, "Bhagwan-ji, now tell me, is the Seth your Bhagat or my Bhagat?" Bhagwan-ji nodded in agreement. Pyari Sat Sangat Ji, just like that, we have no place for God in our heart, but we have place for His gifts, His Maya. Maya can make us do anything, even forget God, even to close our doors to God. To end the story, Bhagwan-ji said, "Lakshmi, let's go." Lakshmi got up and the Seth said, "Lakshmi-ji, where are you going?" Lakshmi responded, "I am the shadow of Bhagwan. If he leaves, I automatically leave." Sat Sangat Ji, just like that, when we close our doors to God, we close our doors to His gifts too. When we connect to Him, His gifts automatically come as they follow Him. Farid Ji says, "Farida, je tu mera hoy raha, sab jag tera hoy." He says, when one becomes the sevadar of God, when one makes God His, then everything becomes His. Let's return to where we started. Our giving, our seva, and our prayer is driven by the desires of worldly things, not for the love of God. We do seva we do prayers, we give donations, it is all driven by the desires to have much more in return. Like a businessman who does investments with the intention of having a return of many folds. Our seva has become a business. Our prayers have become a business. Our giving has become a business. Only a rare one is a true sevak, a true devotee of God. Guru tells us in Bani, Kot Made ko Virla Sevak Hor Sagle Byohari. Out of millions, only a rare one is a servant of the Lord. All the others are mere traders. To conclude, if you visit any religious place in the world, you will see that most of the people are praying to fulfill their desires, are praying because they want something, are praying because they have an ulterior motive. Only a rare one serves God, prays to God with love and devotion. Only a rare one prays and remembers God because he loves him. Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, Kot Made ko Virla Das. Kot Made ko Virla Das. Out of millions, only a rare one is a true servant. Guru says, give without expecting anything in return. Do seva without expecting anything in return. Pray without expecting anything in return. We are so infatuated by Maya, we do anything for Maya. Our prayer, our seva, our giving is done with the expectation to have more. Guru says, be careful. This will only bring pain to you. Maya ka mohtaj pandit kahave, bikhiya rata bahut dukh paave. One calls himself a pandit in spite of being so entangled in Maya. We go around claiming to be religious people, compassionate people and givers, but are driven by the expectation to have more in return for the little we do. Guru says, one is trapped in the desire to have more. The one that is trapped in the desire to have more will only suffer in pain. Pyari Sath Sangat Jiyo, all our actions should be driven by love of God. All our actions should be driven by the love for God and of God. Pray for the love of God. Pray because you love God. The one who prays because he loves God is known as a true Bhagat, a true devotee. God resides in the heart of a real Bhagat, and the Bhagat gets everything. As everything goes where God goes, even Maya becomes a slave of a real Bhagat. A Bhagat does not chase Maya, Maya will chase him, seeking to be used for seva. Guru says, Maya dasi bhagata ki kar kamave. Maya is a slave of the Lord's devotees. Maya works for them. Guru says further, Guru tells us about the greatness of a true Bhagat. He says, Charni lagay ta mahal pave, meaning even the ones that come to the sharan of a real Bhagat, the door of a real Bhagat, will get a place in the house of God. Satguru Kirpa Karn, be a real giver, be a real sevadar, be a Bhagat of God. I repeat, be a real giver, be a real sevadar, be a Bhagat of God. Bhul chuk di maafi. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.